Hey everybody! Hello, hello! Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you are all comfy. I hope you are all looking forward to watching some silly German doing silly German things. Today is a bit of a, well, I guess a slight variety stream, so to say. We're going to be starting off with some Genshin, because there is actually a new story quest which involves Zhongli, aka, Rex Lapis, aka Morax, who, well, I guess kinda needs to figure out what to do now that he's not a god anymore, or, doesn't have his gnosis anymore. And then after that, there is a game that I picked up totally on a whim that we will have to try out. That game is called Mo, or M-O Astray, and looks like a really cool, 2D pixel platformer. So we're gonna try that out. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We wanna actually navigate to the quest. Have to navigate 3,000... What the? Okay. So apparently the quest is out in the ocean. Now that's a thing. How do I get there? The Pearl Galley. Dugo Shu. He's very happy looking at the bridge or whatever. Jak in Fantasy, how's it going? Hello, hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I guess I can climb up here to glide there. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yahoo! It's going good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Hope that you are comfy and looking forward to some stream shenanigans. Oh, there's actually... Interesting. There's a chest over there. And it's a big chest too. I think that's a luxurious chest. I'm doing very well, thank you for asking. Only just started the stream. And, just have kind of been chilling, doing some stuff today. Doing a little bit of Destiny 2 grinding. Don't even know what this game is. This game is Genshin Impact. This is a... well, how to best describe... Oh, wow. Okay, so going up here actually did nothing. I have to go up there. This is an open world kinda action RPG gacha game. Made by the Chinese developer MiHoYo. Yahoo! Yahoo! So you don't know what this game is, you might have just not been noticing a lot of the news and so on it's been creating over the last couple of weeks. The game has gotten a pretty... It came out, I want to say, 2 months ago at this point, or 1.5 or so, and it's free to play. And it's gotten some pretty big buzz around it because it's... Well, I'd say it's because it's a really good game. Ooh, is that high enough? I don't think that's high enough. Ah, it's fine. We'll try. Maybe we'll die. But if we die, then we will die trying. And there's Zhongli already. I can already see him standing there. I guess this is some kind of gamble ship. He's probably gambling all his money. Sounds a little weird. I mean... It's an interesting little game. Let's say it like that. And by little, it's just not actually all that little. But yeah, it's a free-to-play gacha game, action JRPG with story and cutscenes and everything. Everything with it has lots of characters that you can play as, because you are brought aboard the Pearl Galley. Okay, I've never actually been on this ship. So normally this is you can choose which main character you are. You can play as a male twin or the female twin, and they have different names. This is Ether, or Klyka in my game. He's the male twin, and I guess the main idea is you're a traveler between different worlds, but something happens while you're visiting this world, and you kind of get stranded here. And that's like the thing. I'm not gonna take too much away from it. Maybe, you know, it's a free-to-play game. You can play it you can even play it like on your phone. So, it's like a phone PC game. It's on consoles. If you want to try it out, you can just download it. Okay, that was just about the most unconventional entrance any visitor has ever made to the Pearl Galley. I'm just here to have a look. Well, you're no different from any other guest in that sense. Everyone comes here just to have a look. Then they like what they see, so they stay a little longer. Before you know it, they can't drag themselves away. Nevertheless, despite the impromptu means by which you arrived here, you are an esteemed guest from afar, and we welcome you as any other. It would simply be bad manners to show you the door after you've only just arrived. I was about to say, that would be terrible. But we can't let you break the rule, okay? Otherwise, I'm the one who will have to answer to the boss. What is the rule? A simple and straightforward rule. Guests are only allowed here by invitation. Most who sneak in despite knowing the rule are petty criminals with dubious intentions. Don't fret, I'm well aware that you snuck in by accident, blissfully unaware of the rule. You're no criminal. All the guests you see here are here by invitation. By the boss rules, they have the right to invite other guests too. If you're planning on dropping in more often, your best bet would be to mingle with the guests and see if you can talk one of them into giving you an invitation letter. Challenge accepted. A smooth operator. I like your style. Okay, I'll be waiting here. Smooth operator. Alright. So this is basically, I just basically started like, if I see this correctly, I just started like two, yeah, I just basically started like two quests at once in a way. Anyway, we're gonna do the Zhongli quest because I want to have that for my channel.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Yeah, we didn't think we would see you anywhere.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous
Hey,
views.
Cybot, how's it going, my man? Welcome. No one knows better than him.
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
First, I'm not talking.
As
Did they fuck up her
everyone
voice
knows,
acting?
The Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo
Seriously?
himself thousands of years ago.
Paimon is silent for the entire quest because what? They fucked up her voice acting. Aww. I feel like if I had known that beforehand, I would have waited until they fixed this.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing.
I bet Zhongli's like, well, this is it right here. I have it in my pocket.
Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research.
Intense research.
That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, by the book
Is her
when it
voice
comes
acting
out
also
to read
busted
the
in
full
like the
story.
Japanese language, or
For now, I will
is it only in
reveal
the
this.
English voice
The
acting?
one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's
It's kind of sad. I was
sovereign.
looking forward to hearing more like stupid Paimon shit.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money
This is
came
really
about
sad.
simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss
It's so
the
funny.
Lord of
How can
Geo's
you dismiss the
profound
Lord of
foresight?
Geo's foresight? He's like, well, I kinda am the Lord of Geo, but I can't tell you.
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough. Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Wait, I get to say the exact same thing again? Well, actually, he is.
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora.
Really, they
correct?
made their houses out of money?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo
He
do
probably
something
can't.
so
I'm also, I mean, he literally just said it
if
was
not
probably
because
just
of the
spent. Like, it was
mystical
probably
power
so
that Mora
insignificant for
contains?
him.
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Oh,
It's like you're telling someone else's tale.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
I'm just here for the story, man. That's literally why I'm streaming this. Hey,
course.
Tazarin.
They can
You
come
have
if
not
that's
missed a
what
lot,
pleases you,
Tazarin.
sir.
We basically just
Let's
started.
go.
We had to go to this boat, which is like some kind of tea house or casino boat or something. We basically went there. That's where we found Zhongli, and he's discussing with these 3 different archaeologists what happened to the very first Mora coin that was ever printed. And, you know, technically he would know best, seeing how he's, you know, Rex Lapis / Morax. This is a, like, see, like, there's Liyue Harbor, and I climbed, like, that mountain, and then I used my glider to get over here. Get over here!
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Zhongli's fucking hardcore. It's like, you broke my contract? That's a paddling. That's death. Right. The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent. But yeah, Tazurin and other people watching who weren't there from the start. So apparently Paimon's voice acting is just not in this quest. I guess they didn't get it in time or something, so Paimon is not voice acted.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt.
Of salt? Oh no, that must have been a very whiny god.
The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
You look a bit embarrassed, Zhongli.
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Oh, that's a
Over here,
Fatui guy without
Mr.
his
Zhongli.
mask.
I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
What do you want? Spit it out. Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Minilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
Which is why it says Fatui. The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
Yeah, he does actually work for the funeral parlor.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
I think it's best to be cautious.
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
I don't really know anything about archaeology.
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
Smell the money.
Oh? What talent?
It's more. Mora.
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
This is true. Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be
Piece
even
of the
better.
gods. Wow, this guy does
Some
not seem
surprises
shady
we
in
may
any way,
find.
shape, or form. He's like, treasure would be alright, but what I really want is like a piece of meat from a god, because, I don't know, maybe I can use it to, like, ingest his godly power or some shit like that. We're gonna end up beating this man. I feel like we're gonna end up beating him, like, heavily. Ooh, is there a Geoculus here? I bet there's like a Geoculus up there. Oh no! I truly am the best at this. Damn you, gravity! Oh. Found a luxurious chest that way, so I guess it was okay.
Brace yourselves.
I wanna see if I can
Don't
get
blink.
that Geoculus. Wherever it may
Here we
be.
go.
Oh, there it is. Yay! Okay, now, where does it legit archaeologist, seriously? Oh, it actually wants us to go over here, okay. I did a bit of co-op with Bethrin and Halloween earlier today, and we beat like some bosses in co-op. It's quite alright.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Jesus, dude, like you're totally keeping up the appearance of being just a regular old archaeologist. This place looks like fucking shit. Where's my goddamn limbs? Where's my god limbs? I need my meat. Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the vortex.
Legend has it.
After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
What is happening here today? Hey Velas, how's it going? We're doing the story for Zhongli that was just released yesterday. And Paimon has no voice acting in it because I guess they couldn't get her voice lines done in time or something. And basically what's happening is that Zhongli was hired by this man right here as a consultant. This is an archaeologist lady who wants to learn from him, and we're just kind of along for the ride.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size.
Subtle brag from Zhongli.
But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion,
yeah, Zhongli's just
the
like
initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical
He's
values.
clearly just a
That's
treasure
all I
hoarder
seek
or
in
something, acting like he's a fatui.
Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best
Ooh,
to
nice,
split
you
up
have
and
ham.
look.
Well, enjoy your ham. Well, yeah, don't get too sick. Don't go ham on the ham.
Okay then, I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's
It's
meet on the shore.
It's probably going to
opposite
turn out
here.
that both she and the dude are actually like acting and are not actually archaeologists or something.
The
and
ancient
Zhongli
god probably left
has them
behind
properly
lots
figured
of
out already.
elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
This is a really pretty area, by the way. I always like coming here. All the way there in the back is Leeway Harbor.
Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Think you can get away? Incoming! Hey!
And so, once again, I have diminished the hilly churl population. Poor hilly churls. Leeway is full of totally real archaeologists. It is, that is true.
Cut to the chase!
There's definitely a lot of archaeologists in Leeway.
Don't Don't blink!
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
I'm a little weirded out that it tells you to use Elemental Sight, but then just kind of tells you where to go on the minimap. Like, normally the game is pretty decent about when it tells you to find something. It's normally pretty alright about actually having you find stuff.
Think you can get away? Incoming!
Oh no, how did that not hit him? That's so weird. Alright. Need to go like over there? Oh, time to kill more hilly churls. There's one thing I learned in this game. It's that you can never kill too many hilly churls. Wonder if going ham is derived from people overeating ham. I mean, maybe. I could see that. People were like, don't go too ham. But then they did. And they were like, oh no, this is bad. I went too in on the ham. And then I went too ham. It's just foul in the water. You hate to see a hit. Oh, no. No! Root sack.
Brace yourself.
Once again, a bot tries to link bullshit about getting famous in my chat. Once again, Streamlabs is like, no. Good old Streamlabs.
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the
These water enemies are not normally here. You normally fight these things when you fight the Oceanic boss. Interesting.
I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
You can't keep the... I think you can burn it. I think you can burn it. I'm just not sure if when you burn it, or melt it rather, if it doesn't immediately come back.
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique.
Crap.
This should
More
be
crap.
enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Oh no. I wanted to shoot you. Okay. Wrong character. Oh wait, I can do this easier actually. There you go. Ta-da! See what these guys were up to.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Stop arguing. What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
One should not lack general knowledge in their field.
And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh,
Oh.
what a shame. these objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me.
Give it to me!
At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest won't cover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
No, you're trying to collect the strength of the gods.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to
Oh
mess with
right,
the
because she
cheesy-
dropped the Jade Chamber on the god, it means that all of her
I
belongings were
see.
dropped in the sea too.
What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects.
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Saltarai next.
Saltarai. It's like salt array. Alright. A ruin under lock and key, go to Saltarai. It's like over here, okay. Damn. I think I've seen this ruin before while I was exploring and I was wondering what was gonna happen with this. Oh, I need some water, one sec. Suddenly getting a major headache. Oh. Hey guys, I didn't even see you there. Would have been a much better turnout for you. Oh hey, it's a big man. Oh you.
Time for takeoff. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Let's dance.
That does so much
Nowhere
damage.
to hide.
Got him. Why can't I pick this up? Like my internet off or something? No, okay. Weird. For a second I thought I maybe like lost collection or so, but... Oh, potats. Huh. Oh, now I can... Okay. It's just some weird little bug, I guess. For a second I thought my internet connection was gone or something.
I heard that Saltarai was once the home of the God of Salt's
Yeah,
people.
good.
Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the god of salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Sal Tarad.
Imagine being the god of salt. It's like, all you can do is produce
However,
salt.
the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal.
Zhongli just goes, here, I broke the seal. Oh,
I
okay.
found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but
Salt
when I
is
undid
pretty
the
fine,
mechanism,
I agree,
the
but it's
seal
like,
wasn't affected at all.
I don't know, you on the one hand you have the god of money, and on the other you have the god of salt. Then again,
So
I
at
mean,
the
salt
moment,
used to
the
be
seal's
kind of
origin
money,
and
so...
how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt.
Is it related to Rex Lapis?
I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide.
Zhongli's like,
So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
this doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
It's just like, yeah, no, I do. It's all
Over
good.
the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to
I just
breaking
love it. He's just like, whenever he says like over the years, he's basically talking like, oh, by the way, I'm 6,000 years old, but like, so I heard a lot of shit.
Let's go take
I've
a
also
look at the
been
mechanism
there
Miss
and done a
Wanyan
lot of
just
shit.
mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli
Yeah,
says
Climate
so,
is not just a bit of
follow me then.
an ass, he's like a massive ass. Like, just a huge ass. Go to the first contraption. Why is the first contraption 150 meters away? Why do you do this to me, game?
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt.
Oh,
According
we're
to the
doing this
inscription
stuff
on the
again.
side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
There you go.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
It's fine, we'll just go to the
That's
next
because
one.
there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
No one ever figured that out. Over the thousands of years, no one ever
Let
figured,
me lead
hey,
the way from here.
there are two mechanisms.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal
Wait.
will not be broken.
You have to activate them in a certain order, but also at the same time. Doesn't activating them at the same time kind of mean there is no order to it because you're activating them all at the same time?
The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north? To the east? Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of
Definitely,
salt.
Eric. Hey, my day is very good. How are you doing, Eric? Are you in a good mood? How did your class go last time after stream? I'm just kind of doing some Genshin with Zhongli's story, and then we're gonna try out a game that I picked up on a whim
To provide a haven
last
for
night,
her
which I
people
hope turns out to be
whose
very
lives had been
fun.
ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fire
Class, I don't even
war
remember.
engulfing
That's
the
good.
land,
That's good.
even one
That's
sliver of peace
shouldn't
was a
remember your
luxury.
class.
And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was
Seems like a
destroyed by
really important
Morax.
class then.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north.
So south, east, west, north. Okay.
With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Alright, well, first of all, I kill people. As is tradition, we must begin with the killing of the hilly churls. That hilly churl is like, I'm not even gonna fight you. He's like, I'm not even gonna do this. You're gonna kill me anyway. I don't even like. It's fine. Like, no, you killed my buddies. I don't want any of this shit.
Right.
Well, in the end, he wanted some of that shit. So let's see. It was south, east, west, north. So,
Don't blink. Nice and spicy.
okay, so south,
Incoming.
east,
Don't blink.
west. Over thousands of years, no one has figured this out.
Look, the seal really was broken. Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the
I
hidden
just
truth
love how
lost to
ever since
time.
we first met Zhongli in this game, like in the main story and so on, it's basically everyone has been talking about how absolutely amazing he is. It's like everyone is always like, he knows everything. He knows how everything works. It's insane. And it's literally just because he's so old, he's just seen all of it. Meanwhile, Venti is the ultimate shitter and can only like play the harp and sing and get drunk.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at
Barbecued
Greenstone
pulled turkey
Forest.
quesadilla. That actually sounds pretty damn good.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between
I won't take
you
any
all.
either. Hey, don't pass on an opportunity like this up so easily.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
Look at that, the shadow on her nose from her moving jumps between left and right. Plop, 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 plop.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Alright. Oh. I did not expect, like, this to be down here. And I guess this is now open. This is actually kind of cool how they use, like, the character stories and so on to add new areas to the map sometimes. There's more. Need any of this? I don't really need any of this. Oh, hello.
Don't blink! With sword comes
Goomba! Alright. Anyway, I don't need any of these. I do need core lapis. When I see core lapis, I get core lapis. There's more core lapis! Oh, wow, there's actually quite a bit more core lapis here. What the hell? That's pretty alright. I might actually just... Give me like a second here.
As you wish.
This is gonna make it a little easier.
I'll catch up. Don't blink!
Right, Noelle? She's not gonna do a lot of damage with this. Oh right, they're actually immune because they're Geo. Idiot. I'm gonna just throw them in the water, honestly. Come here, idiot. Ok. In the water you go. Very fine. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, no. I don't think there's any more lapis here to do, so we can put Zhongling back in. I really need to, like, level up at some point, too. New achievement? What is it? Eat every type of hydromimic that an ocean... Oh, okay. Of mysteries and salt. The seal has been broken. Recommended elements Geo. Okay. Well... I mean... You know why not? I will get some Geo anyhow. Oh, am I getting Zhongli? I take it I'm getting Zhongli as like a trial thing or something, aren't I? No Geo! Neo Geo. I was going to use Noelle for a bit, but fine. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, you just get Zhongli. Awesome. Oh, damn. A bizarre-looking statue that appears to be made of salt. Oh, so the goddess of salt turned people into salt. These people are huge.
Are these... statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
Damn, look at that.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this
Yeah,
way?
so this is Zhongli's
World
like
is hidden deep in this relic.
combo that he has. That attack where he kicks the spear is just so cool. The recommended energy element was no heal. Oh, interesting. So I guess you actually need his pillars, because you can't climb walls in dungeons. So are you alright? Like it.
Look at this. It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
Having endless salt sounds pretty good.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of
Able
salt
to
is
produce
powerful indeed.
endless salt. The god of salt truly is an internet troll.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags.
Yup.
I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
I bet he ends up getting all of the stuff that makes you wealthy, while she ends up getting all of the cool archaeological shit. By the way, meteor time! And it petrifies them too. It's so good.
Solidify!
I was gonna just check out Kuching here real quick and see how much damage she deals in comparison to him, and it's actually pretty good. Oh, I see.
Crumble!
Oh, do I just...
Rise!
That looks like a thermometer.
Just a simple ruler.
Oh, it's a ruler.
It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
Oh my god, so he got the salt chalice where he has to pour it out, and she gets this one where she can just stick it in the ground and turn the whole ground to salt.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again. Well, we're on the topic of useless people.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
Uh-oh, breaking a contract in front of the god of contracts.
Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
Do you like what the rock is contracting?
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find
Fucking-
it rather unpleasant.
Fucking, what's he called? Dwayne Johnson just like shows up and like knocks that dude's teeth out. Wait, what?
Rise!
Oh, we're now... Oh, okay. He turned like proper Fatui now. And we're killing him. Alright.
Time for takeoff. Mama, get them! Don't blink!
Order guidance.
Well, that was certainly the wrath of the rock.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you
I'll come
wait.
back with all my Fatui friends. With all my Fatui friends. You could only pretend for so long. I hope you never become as greedy as him, Paimon. Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things. Does she not? Paimon not do bad things? I'm just checking something.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Paimon needs to get in the pot. Seriously, Paimon needs to get cooked. Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
I told you.
Why do you
I
say
told
that?
you she's not an archaeologist.
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt.
He's like a religious nut, like a part of a cult or something.
I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry.
The salt industry.
Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
I've never heard you say Lord of Geo. Alright, now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war,
I kind of
Morax
feel like I'm
assassinated
getting
our
her like
god out of
inflections
envy for her
correct.
power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him. But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
She's like, ugh.
We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
We shall find out. I mean, to be fair, by the way, just those 2 relics, if she actually takes those 2 relics out, then the whole salt industry is basically... Isn't it kind of done at that point, if you can literally make unlimited salt? Because I feel that's kind of done. Oh, I see.
Rise!
Really? But it's a little hard to judge. How did Hilly Charles get in here, by the way? Someone tell me how Hilly Charles did this. This is like apparently a ruin that for thousands of years people couldn't get in. And the fucking Hilly Charles are sitting around a campfire as if it's the most normal thing in the world. They're very creative. Seriously, I bet they just dug in here.
Crumble! Order guide you.
Alright, everyone's dead. As per usual. Now what do we have here? They went in before it was... Wait, what? You mean these Hilly Churls have just been living here for thousands of years underground? I guess I could see it.
Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax.
Evil
But
Morax.
sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler.
The Salt Sword.
If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim 1.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only 1 object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
Okay, I take this sword. I turn 360 degrees. Oh hey, there's another piece. I take this piece.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide?
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No!
You
If
saw
only
what I
take
do
one
to
half,
people
then
who
it
break
can't be
contracts.
repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her.
Aw.
Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Price is your life. Zhongli.
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that.
The god of... Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The god of salt was the greatest Twitch troll of all.
Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit a girl. What? We've been... Paimon, we've been killing people. We've been killing a lot of ladies.
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay.
I wonder if we get like
for breaking
a
the contract.
animated cutscene for this, like one of those, you know, like drawn ones.
I'm afraid to say that the god of
Probably.
salt Havria was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could
Yep,
start,
sounds like Twitch chat.
she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Dun dun dun.
murder weapon?
God of Salt devotee. I've only seen that now.
No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey, come back! What you said really is true, right?
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken.
Zhongli has no chill when you break a contract.
Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Farewell, sweet Salt. What
Salt
will we find?
and betrayal.
What will we find ahead? Salt and betrayal. You know, this game has some good stuff sometimes. Examine salinized adherent. He seems to have been fleeing from something, no doubt suspecting that something terrible was afoot. Is this where we find out the god of salt ended up, like, killing all of her followers or something? He seems to have been fleeing from some... Okay. Well, I mean, we can kind of see already that that happened, but we're gonna find out, like, why it happened.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
You know, at this point, shouldn't she be kind of like... You know, I thought this guy just knows a lot of stuff, like, but he seems to literally know anything, or like everything, so it seems like he's almost been here before. Like, I would be like really weirded out if I was her. Oh, this is cool. This is like... Yeah, this is like the epicenter. Oh, shit. It was one of her followers. One of her followers, see, like he's doing his stab motions. One of her followers killed her with a sword. Oh no. He once held something in his hand, upraised in a pose of supreme effort. This must be the one who killed her. Exactly. Oh my god. And then she, like, turned everybody in here to salt. Betrayed me. Ground zero. No matter what was once here, naught remains but a single flower of salt. Damn.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen.
Don't stand on the remains of a...
this
Ooh,
very
I've got
day.
God of Salt on my shoes.
The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime.
So that does, by the way, teach us that the weaker gods, at least, could be killed by mortals.
The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought, perhaps
Oh, they
it would
didn't
be
think of
better to
themselves.
give
They
her a
actually
quick
wanted to
release.
keep her from feeling... Okay. But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake my faith.
Sounds like a realistic reaction to people getting their faith shattered. Yikes! Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough.
By the way,
for
I
now.
know that Zhongli's voice kind of like at first weirded all of us out, but like I could hear Zhongli just read anything. I could hear this guy just read whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, read a fucking microwave manual to me. It's like, set it to 200 Celsius. So it's like, you know. You seem all too familiar with what happened to the God of Salt.
Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
People of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Oh, we're going back there. Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
How many Primo Gems do I have? Not enough. Well, let's see where this leads. I kind of thought this is where it would stop, so going back to the Stone Forest. Actually interesting. What? I have to go up there? Okay. Why is there a God of Salt? Well, there seem to have been, at one time, there seemed to have been a lot of gods. Of all kinds of different powers and so on. So, I take it that was just, I don't know, like... That was just what that god was born with, or ended up getting. What does the God of Salt do? I mean, it doesn't mean the God of Salt is, like, in charge of all the salt in the world or something like that. It was more like that the God of Salt had the powers of salt. And by the powers of salt, I mean like the power to turn, you know, things into salt. And stuff like that. Well, she's also really salty, of course. Yeah, she was the saltiest fucking god in all of Twitch chat. I love that I literally cannot hit the flower, because if I try, Barbara will just hit the enemy instead. Which just also makes sense though, because otherwise it could happen that you want to hit an enemy, but then Barbara is like, nope, I will hit the flower now. Would also be bad. Oh, hello there. Not where I want to be.
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
Oh no no. Don't you dare laugh at me. Gotcha. Nice. There's just like 3 goddamn mages right here. It's crazy. Drop those ley lines. Her people were really salty after she died as well. Oh yeah. They sure were. They were salty before, but then really salty after. Wait, what? Skyrider Greatsword. Okay. I think I've been here before, actually. And picked this up already. What happened to Xiangling's health?
Ready, steady, go! Speed of light.
Oh, this is cool.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue.
Yeah, that would destroy the salt economy.
To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
So, what would you like us to do?
I ended an era with my own 2 hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth.
Developing the video camera.
Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Only.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your
And then
memory,
it starts raining. I wonder if
it will
that's
one day
like all the
accompany you
story,
into
or this is
another
like pure
world.
coincidence.
As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat.
So that's why you wanted us to come with you. Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Oh my god, imagine he just froze them in and the salt chalice is just pumping endless salt like into the sea and makes the sea like even more salty. And in like a couple of years or something like that, all of the water is gone and it's just all salt. Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned.
Oh, it didn't rain for you. Okay, so it's just random.
This includes
This kind of fits
Osial,
though.
Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, The Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume.
Well, he certainly still has, like, some godly power going on.
And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue.
Very cool with the rain.
My
I'm actually
legacy
really
shall now
glad
be
that I
left
had
to
that.
those who come after to debate.
I'm actually really glad I had the rain happen, because this is cool. To be continued, apparently.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
Sunset would... yeah, sunset also works well. Won't those relics cause Osial to grow in power?
Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, they are nothing before Osial. If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more. I will remain here for a while.
Feel a
I
bit
fear
bad
that
for the
moments
god
of
of salt.
reminiscence, we did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War
Yep,
in the same
and that's how the
manner as
oceans
we do
became
today.
salty. Like I said, they're gonna pump
Of
even
course,
more
as
salt
I
in
am
there.
now. I only wish that she could have lived in a... Of course, as I am now.
Obtained 60 fucking Primogems. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Get fucking nothing. Beautiful. I love getting nothing. Don't you guys love getting nothing? Oh yeah, 75. Not, okay. Alright, well that was the Zhongli story. In El Genshin. Where will your journey take you, traveler? Claim. Alright. Cool. So thank you guys for watching that Genshin. What I'm gonna be doing real quick is, I'm gonna be... Sometimes nothing is more than something, that is true. I'm gonna be quickly stopping the stream and restarting it because we're switching to another game. We're gonna try out that Mo Astray, which I bought. So I'm gonna like try and set that up, get everything going, and then yeah, I'm gonna be restarting the stream. So see you guys in a minute or so. Bye.